Comedian Stefan Davis joins us
I
here
know,
in the
I
Bastard
do.
Den. What's up, Stefan?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Welcome back, my friend. Nice to hear your voice again, bro.
Yeah, it's good to talk to you guys. How's everything going?
Doing well, man. Madison is kicking ass. You moved away. You moved to San Francisco, and you're on this wacky comedy tour now, huh?
Yeah, I'm in Wenatchee, Washington right now, in a hotel room waiting to go to the gig. And I don't know exactly where it is or where I am, actually. So somewhere in the middle of Washington in the mountains.
So what number stop is this on your tour?
Let's just started in Washington. I flew to Seattle, and then I went to Idaho. I was in Lewiston, Idaho, and then I did 3 nights in Richland, Washington. And then I went to Seattle for 2 days and kind of hung out and did a guest spot at the Seattle Underground. And now I'm here. So this is, I don't know, stop 5, I think.
And how long are you going on? How long is the tour for?
I have 3 more dates out here in the Northwest, and then I'm heading actually to Wisconsin for the holidays.
Nice. What's the comedy scene out west like in San Francisco, Washington, Oregon? What is it like out there?
Well, out in San Francisco, I can speak a little bit more for that, just because out here it's like me and another guy, and then that's it. That's the whole comedy scene for the whole day. But in San Francisco, it's there's a lot of comics, man, about 400 or 500 comedians, and most of which are really horrible comedians.
They're horrible.
Yeah,
that bad,
they're just not. Yeah, I mean, like Madison's got this great comedy scene, and almost everyone in Madison is really funny, or at least getting there. And it seems like in San Francisco, people just don't know where they're headed and what they're doing with their comedy, and they're trying new stuff, and it doesn't seem to work out. So there's just a small handful of people who are really, really good, and the rest are really, really bad.
Well, don't worry, you'll get there someday.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, buddy. You know I got to rip on you a little bit here and there.
I know, I'm sensitive. You guys know that.
We do.
Last time you were the Bastard, and I believe you broke down and cried on the air.
Almost.
That's our golden night.
I think I cried off the air, but I was misty-eyed while you guys were on air.
We get that effect a lot, actually. Comedian Stefan Davis joins us here in the Bastard Den. If you want to ask Stefan a question, you could do that. Give us a call, 414-455-4336.
Stefan, so I know when you were moving out to San Francisco, you were going out there with your girlfriend. Are you guys still together?
Yes, we are, actually. We met about a year ago and then decided to move out to San Francisco for the summer. That was originally the plan, just to stay out for the summer, and then we kind of ran out of money and had to stay, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
That's when you start hoeing yourself out there, Stefan. That's when you start hoeing yourself out. Not the girlfriend, but yourself, Out in San Francisco, out in the West, you can get $20 for a peek. 30 for around the world, 40 if they want to touch it.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, it's probably just as well.
That's why you're broke, bro.
Yeah.
How is the West?
Yeah.
How is the West? What's some of the places you've visited? What's some of your favorite moments out there?
It's been pretty good. My girlfriend's a writer, which is really nice, and so. It's been nice. She got a job out here, and she's working as a writer, and I'm a comedian, so nice. I'm unemployed.
What does she? What does the girlfriend write?
She's a blog writer. So she works for 2 blogs, and then she also does her own thing. She just self-published an ebook, like a first set of memoirs. She's got a whole volume that she's putting together.
That's pretty cool stuff. So how is what are the big differences that you notice between Madison or just even southern Wisconsin and San Francisco area?
People use the word hella all the time. I don't know if you've heard of this, like when it's kind of like the same word as like really or a lot of, and so like they say oh man, it's hella cold out here or whatever, and I'm like, fuck you, no it's not.
Well, what's cold out there, like 50 degrees?
Yeah. My roommate was actually like, "Oh, it's going to get cold this winter," and I'm like, "How cold is it going to get?" And he's like, "About 50 degrees." I'm like, "Oh, so there's not going to be like sideways freezing rain or 50 feet of snow or anything like that. That's not. It's just going to be 50 degrees." And he's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Okay, then it's not going to be cold then."
Comedian Stefan Davis joins us here in the Bastard Den. Like I said, if you want to ask Stefan a question, give us a call. Area code 414-455-4DEN. That's 414-455-4336.
So, Stefan, you were kind enough to give us your time and attention here to do this interview. Have you done any others out on the West Coast there?
Yeah, I did. I probably shouldn't say the guy's name. Who
Go
cares?
ahead.
Whatever. His name is John Miller, the John Miller program. They do a FCC radio, internet radio out there.
I'm sorry, Stefan. Stefan, I'm sorry. Did you say the FCC?
FCC Free is what it's called.
FCC. Oh, okay. I was just going to say fuck the FCC, but go right ahead.
No, definitely fuck the FCC. Yeah, so they do something called the FCC Free radio station out there, and he's got it's a nice studio or whatever. And it's weird because this guy was like, he doesn't let you talk, but you're also like one of his guests. And so I was just sitting there as his guest, not talking, and he was talking about how he burnt down his apartment like a week ago.
Oh, nice.
And I kept on trying to ask him, like, how did you burn down your apartment? And he was like, oh, I don't want to get into it. I'm like, well, did you do it for insurance purposes, or did you, why did you do it or whatever? And he wouldn't tell me. And finally, when we got off the air, one of the other comedians that was on, he's like, he dropped his crack pipe. He fell asleep. That's how he did it.
That's awesome.
Doesn't that seem impossible, though?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, you would think the crack would have burnt out before it ignited anything.
Well, maybe he dropped it into a bucket of turpentine. I don't know.
Help us all here, Stefan. You're the comedian.
Don't fall asleep when you're smoking crack. That's just what I.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird for sure. Yeah, we're still here, buddy.
Am I losing you guys?
No, we got you.
Okay, all right.
There's a little noise there. All right, well, hey, Stefan, what's if we're out on the West Coast listening to the show right now, where can we catch your act at, man? Where can we come see Stefan Davis doing some stand up?
The next time I'm going to be on the West Coast is January 3rd at the M Bar in Los Angeles, and that's for a competition, the Laughing Skull comedy competition, the first round of that, which will eventually end up in Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice. And then you're going to be coming back to Madison pretty soon, aren't you?
That's right. Yep. I'm actually going to be emceeing the New Year's Eve, all the New Year's Eve shows, Friday and Saturday. I believe it's 5 shows at the Madison Comedy Club on State Street, of course.
Awesome, man. Hey, Stefan, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. We appreciate you taking the time before the big gig tonight to come into the Bastard Den.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. It's good talking to you.
Yeah, man. If we wanted to get a hold of you on Facebook or other resources, you have a website. How do we get a hold of you?
Yeah, you can find everything at StefanDavisComedy.com, and that's Stefan spelled with an F, Stefan, DavisComedy.com. So you can find all my dates and all that wonderful stuff there.
Awesome, man. Comedian Stefan Davis, thanks for coming to the Bastard Den, bro.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys.
All right, man. Have a good time. We'll talk to you soon, all right?